Alright guys, in this video I'm going to show you guys how to install your gas pedal. Now your gas pedal is connected to a throttle cable, and this throttle cable goes all the way to the back of your go-kart, to the carburetor, and it pretty much adjusts how much fuel is getting into the engine, how hard the engine is working. Therefore, the harder you press this, the more fuel gets in the engine, the faster you go. So what you need to do is, I already positioned this onto my frame in one place, but to position it all the way to the back, just go ahead and tie it on zip ties along the frame, and I'll show you guys how to install the throttle cable in the next video. But for now, let's just concentrate on the gas pedal. So first of all, if you ever drove a car before, you notice that whenever you press the gas pedal, it just doesn't stay down. If you leave your foot down, it comes back up, and in order to make the car go faster, you have to press it back down. Now the reason it keeps coming back up is because of a spring. So the first thing that we need to do is install this spring. Now for this spring right here, the straight part goes into a slit on your gas pedal like this, and the bent part goes into, I don't even know if I can get a good angle on it, goes onto the bracket on your frame. Now go ahead and position the spring so you can get a bolt through. Now your gas pedal is going to come with a big bolt, so go ahead and stick that through and make sure it goes through the middle of the spring. See if I can get it just right. Always a pain. You may have to use a hammer. I may have to use a hammer. I may want to use a hammer just so I can beat on this thing. Alright. See if I can get a better angle. Come on, baby. There we go. Right like that. Now, it doesn't really matter how far your spring is stretching right now, because we're going to adjust that later on. What you need to worry about right now is just getting that bolt on there. So go ahead and take your nut and all the way on the other side of the bolt, tighten it down. So now the bolt is nice and tight, and check this out. What the heck is wrong with this? Obviously something's wrong, because this is not where we want the gas pedal to go by default whenever we take our foot off the gas pedal. So now let me show you guys how to position the gas pedal to pretty much go exactly where you want it when your foot is not on it. Alright guys, now that your gas pedal is installed and the spring is obviously working correctly because it's springing to the floor, let's go ahead and get the default placement for your gas pedal. Now what you want to do is, remember, you can always adjust that after you installed everything and you're sitting in the driver's seat, but for now just go ahead and give it a general location. So right there looks pretty good. Now you have a bolt that came with your gas pedal, and behind your gas pedal it's going to go through right there. Now you don't just screw it in exactly right there, because, well, it's not going to work out. So what you need to do is you actually screw a nut on the bolt like this. Now once you have that nut on the bolt, then you can go ahead and finish screwing this into your frame. So I'm trying to get it so you guys can actually see. There we go. So hopefully my big old dumb arm isn't in the way. Now what you want to do is, of course, tighten this. So once that's nice and tight, your gas pedal is ready to go. Now check it out. Anytime that you want to adjust this gas pedal, for example, if you have everything installed, your seats and everything, and you decide that you actually want it, I don't know, maybe there instead, then all you have to do is adjust these two screws, and it makes everything a whole lot easier instead of having to pretty much take this bolt out. And then if you try to adjust that, then this bolt is going to come out, fall on the floor, and give you guys a whole bunch of problems. So that's why we use that additional nut down there. So it just makes adjustments a whole lot easier. So now, test it out, make sure it springs back up, and if it does, then you're ready to move on to installing the throttle cable.